lovely bio from Hillary Burton about her father and her brother, Mitch, and they are our guest speakers today. I'm gonna put this in here for you. Okay. Mitch and Cheryl Burton are the parents of 7 children, and Henry is the second youngest and the tallest of the bunch. When Henry stopped speaking at around 2 years old, Mitch and Cheryl began meeting with various doctors to better understand what was going on with Henry. It was then, when Henry was 3 years old, that he was diagnosed with autism. In the short span of a month, their family packed up and moved to Utah to get Henry the special training that he needed. Mitch continues building high-end custom residential homes in Utah and has won several awards for his work. In his spare time, he convinced President Matt Holland of UVU to start the Passages program at UVU and help get most of the funding so that adults on the spectrum now have the opportunity in Utah to go to college. Henry is also very much accomplished as the favorite sibling and the funniest sibling of the bunch. He is known as our word enchanter and has said things to his other siblings like, "Man, Olivia," his sister, "you woke up on the wrong side of the dumpster." And a note to his parents like, do you have the note to his parents?
Yeah, I do.
The note to his parents that says, "I'm going to see a movie, so I'll get lunch on my own. Signed, Henry. P.S. I'm perfectly able to handle this." He also holds the records for the most gold medals at the Special Olympics for his agility and speed in racing for BYU's team, but has since retired. He currently works at Sprouts and is never a minute late, nor stays a minute late either. He is a real gem to the family. So I would like Henry Burton to now come up and give his little speech to us, followed by Mitch. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Henry Burton. I'm 23 years old and I am on this autism spectrum. I graduated from a high school that specializes in helping people like me become successful in school and life. I tried moving into a dorm at school, but that lasted one night. Because of my particular sensitivities, I could not stay there. People were too noisy after the time I wanted to go to sleep at 9-10 p.m. I could not control the temperature in my room, and it became too hot. I could not find a water bottle, and the mattress was wrong. So after wanting to live away from my parents, I returned home. Currently, I work at Sprouts Farmers Market as a bagger, and I have the title of courtesy clerk. I am an award-winning runner in the Special Olympics in the 100-yard dash. My coach helped me with self-discipline. No sodas, desserts, and sweets, only on Sundays. It makes me a better athlete. I hope that by the time my parents die, I can live alone with someone coming in to check on things a few times a week. I don't know if I will ever fall in love again. I did once, and it hurt me deeply. I will be better off living alone. I never want to go through that again. Many people my age in my religious community served missions for 2 years. A mission was modified for me. I did my service for 6 months, 3 days a week, 4 hours a day, doing work on a computer. So far, I am lucky because I have had kind people in my life helping me become independent. I've learned that it takes me longer to do things, but I have dreams. I want a college degree, and maybe I will get one because a nearby university has a special program to help people like me succeed in college by teaching skills others take for granted. I would like to learn about the multimedia industry, and I would like to have my own company. I can't do it alone. I need your help and the help of my community to become the Henry I am supposed to be. I need what many other people like me need, more people to know and understand that autistic children become adults with autism. I need schooling where I can succeed, and we need more research to know how to help us be the best people we can be. We need help to increase the nation's understanding and research for how our futures can become better. Who knows? Some of your grandkids may grow up watching video programs that I create. Invest in me and people like me, making our world better. Individuals like me may make your world better as well. Thank you, and have a wonderful morning.
This is a little tough. I'm Mitch Burton, often known as Henry's father. In the last 22 years, I've learned a lot about autism. I'm a builder and a businessman. I know how the world works, yet I've been shocked to find out how little is being done for our adult children on the spectrum. Henry sounds like he has it made, but every day is a struggle. I can afford to help Henry at this point, but I find thousands of Henrys across the country who are unable to go on to college or find a job because they may need help. They need people in place to give them guidance academically and socially and understand about learning differences. Utah Valley University currently has some of this programming in place with their Passages program and their one-on-one tutoring that is available to students on the spectrum, which is why autism is so difficult. It's one-on-one to help these kids. They may be living with aging or ill parents. Often parents give up careers to take care of their adult children or mortgage the farm to provide. There may be long waiting lists to get housing. The employment opportunities at this point are extremely limited for those on the spectrum. These conditions exist in large part because the country does not realize our children grow up and become adults. They're not cured of autism. It's with them every day. These autistic adults really only want for three things, the same as you and I: an education, a job, and a house. May 3rd, in just a couple of weeks, UVU will have a ribbon cutting on the College for Autism. We're so proud of President Holland to take the first step in setting a national tone, trying to provide a learning center for these special people. However, it only scratches the surface of the need. We have a large population that we know little about, estimated at 50,000 becoming adults each year. As a builder, if I were constructing 50,000 units, I would know the specifications, the limitations, potential range of options, available materials, know the labor force, understand the deadlines, who the clients would be, and I would cost things out so I knew the costs of the project as a whole and individually. But here, we're dealing with human lives and potential. We are not spending a lot of money on adults with autism to provide services. Actually, very little is known about the implication of needed living options, continued education, and health and job opportunities. The understanding of the Downs population far surpasses the knowledge we have about adults on the autism spectrum. With Downs, the quality of life and longevity has been greatly increased. The population in the United States is 400,000. In total, 1 in every 691 births have Downs. We have more autistic people in the U.S. becoming adults each year than that. 3.5 million Americans are on the autism spectrum. In Utah, that is 1 of every 42 births. That equals the combined populations of Delaware, South Dakota, the District of Columbia, and Vermont. It really is time for national outcry about this, and only we can help. There are really only two choices. Do something now or do nothing. Those are our options. You see, can I borrow a phone? Let me borrow your iPad. Was that an iPad?
No, I'm grabbing full protect.
Pretend like this is an iPad. See, the problem is, it's technology. These adult autistic kids are sitting in the basement watching and playing with technology gadgets that didn't exist just a few years ago. They don't want to sit in the basement and watch videos. They would rather be out and about being productive, tax-paying individuals wanting to work and being needed by their community. But they can't do it by themselves. They can't get out of the basement by themselves. They don't have the social skills and talents to go out and find their place in the world without you. And this is an interesting. Either we pay some now, or we pay a lot later. If we can have these very special people employed and active, or wait until they're in their 50s, dormant, lying on the couch, developing heart problems, obesity, diabetes, and depression, which are all very costly to treat. Just imagine the medical bills that we in this room will be forced to pay, let alone the loss of productivity and creativity that could benefit us as a society if we don't do something to help them. We need to act now with more funding for all types of research and education and job training. We need to educate employers about the benefits of having an employee that shows up for work every day 15 minutes early, never misses work, and is grateful for a job at $8 an hour and $7. And the $7 an hour is just fine. Those of you here have an opportunity to set a national tone on these issues. I repeat, we can pay a bit now or pay a lot later. Now's the time to take action. Be the leaders you're positioned to be. Move this population forward and ensure that the investments is made in the education of these children with autism. Let's build on those first building blocks and construct a better future for adults on the autism spectrum and their families. Henry and I just flew to Washington last year, and we spoke at the National Institute of Health, and we spoke in front of Congress and the Senate, and I learned some things. And I learned that if we don't all help with the outcry. There's $132 million that the NIH has for autism. And I learned that only $3 million of that 132 is spent on adult autism. The bulk of it is spent on the younger kids. And that needs to happen too. But I'm now at a point in my life, at the stage of my life and my wife, that we've learned that pretty much every day, all we want is for Henry to have an opportunity to work and to get educated. And I don't know what the solution is to the housing. The Columbus School staff is here. The Columbus School in Utah that's been around for 40, 50 years has launched a major project with trying to build a center with 300 rooms, of which 18% of it will be for autism, or 54 rooms. And it's kind of a test pilot program. But one of the greatest needs that you're going to see in this world of autism is going to be housing. Someday, I won't be there. For Henry. And I can't imagine what he'll be like for him without me. That's the purpose of Autism Over 21. A really wonderful lady, Jalen Prince, out of Connecticut, started this program because her son, Madison, with the Madison houses, he is in the same spectrum as Henry without the opportunity to figure out housing. So I implore you to help get on board. It's fun. They're great kids. Henry's the greatest joy, one of the greatest joys in our life. We have 7 of them.